Trucking has been truly blessed. Had a lot of trials and tribulations. A lot of times I wanted to just throw the rag in, but it was just something that said no, you can't just do that. So I try not to let Gregg Trucking even be about me, because it's not. It's like you said, it's about those other families out there that depends on us to run a business so that their spouses can receive paychecks at the end of the week. Yes, sir. Especially at little gatherings we have, like like Christmas time and safety meetings. You see the smiles on the guys' face and see the kids come in there and they're all happy to eat. It gives you a warm feeling inside.
CEO Leon Gregg brings over 18 years of industry experience. His dedication has been the driving force to Gregg Trucking's success.
One thing I do tell my drivers, because I interact with my drivers on a daily basis, so don't never think you know it all. I don't know it all either. I know a lot, but I don't know it all. So if you got a question, please ask. Let's not do something that would jeopardize the liability of the company. Call and ask first. And if I don't know, I'll get on the phone and I'll find out and answer for them. Our accident rating is real low. I think over 9 years we have 4 wrecks, so that's pretty good. But we've updated our equipment. A lot of our trucks are 2011s, 2012s, 10s, and 9s. So the dependability on the equipment is it's up there pretty good, because we don't have many breakdowns. And if I do break down, the only thing I got to do is make a phone call, and they got to come out there and fix it, or within 2 hours have me another truck there, and we're going on without load.
I haven't been audited since August of 2008 by DOT. We keep a very good rating, and with the CSA 2011 came out, we are a very good carrier to them. Those Fortune 500 companies, if you don't have good safe schools, you won't be pulling their product. And I have safety meetings with my drivers. I even go out and evaluate equipment sometimes myself. It's like I tell my drivers, if you got a problem, I don't care what time, day or night it is, call me. If I got to get up to come help you or whatever, I'm not above that. Safety comes first, because other human beings you got to share that road with. Yes, I make it mandatory for every driver to pull through one of their facilities at least once a week. It's required by Gregg Trucking.
GT is a for-hire trucking company that attracts truckload shippers of dry freight and vended produce. GT is attracted to customers in this segment due to demonstrated customer service, delivering as promised, and maintaining a good reputation. GT continues to exceed customer expectation by offering the right solutions.
Well, we went from being so manual, and call this company out of Charlotte, North Carolina, it's called Fleet-O-Matics. And what they make GPS systems to mount on trucks. And with this system, you can tell what city and state the truck is in, how fast it's going. I can even give you Google shot pictures of that truck, of him traveling on the highway. I can put in where he's at to where he's going to your facility and give you an ETA on what time you should expect your product. But most of the time we don't even have that problem. Those guys are there that morning when they're supposed to be there.
When fuel prices did shoot up in 2008, it ran a lot of small carriers out of business. Just couldn't afford to maintain the trucks and put the fuel in them, because then they wasn't bringing nothing home. The way GT survived it, God. Bottom line.
GT's knowledge and expertise within the trucking industry, along with increasing demands of current and potential clients, will help achieve customer satisfaction. GT is a highly motivated company with a dedicated staff that is willing to help upon notice. GT believes that the only failure is failure without trying.
two of the Fortune 500 companies that I work with. One I was working with for 6 years probably, and this other company started with them about 9 months ago, and they love our service. They opened up a new plant in North Carolina, and we're currently servicing that plant for them, as well as the local plant here. So and they really, my business is growing within the people that I'm doing business with now. Like places that I deliver for them wants me to do their business, you know. So, and I got another company that's local, that is on its way to being a Fortune 500 company, and I do a lot of work for them every week. Matter of fact, we work with them daily. So, and they really come and they came and stood behind me just like my Fortune 500 companies did, and it was like, we're gonna grow your business. We like what you're doing. I have small companies that I work with, small size, medium size, large, Fortune 500. You know, they got a pretty good range of customer base. We bring in a lot of the raw products for the pharmaceuticals to their facility also. And that's really how that marriage started. I was delivering to them every other day, if not every day, bringing in their raw material. And they was like, well, wow, if you can bring this we get this raw material like this, then you can do some outbound for us. And that's how the marriage started. I'm always communicating with them, you know. And at a carriers meeting, one of my Fortune 500 companies told me where they were going with their company, because they were buying up packaging plants all around the world, and they told me where they were going. So I took from what I heard in that meeting and applied it to my company. If I'm gonna stay on board, then I got to kind of like be right behind them, you know, with all the software and the technology and all, you know. And that's where they were going. You know, they want productivity, but at the same time, safety. So I had to kind of follow, you know, streamline behind them and follow them if I'm going to keep them. I got one client dropping off some mail one day at the post office, and saw my shirt, and when I got in my vehicle to crank up and leave, he came and knocked on my window. Trucking is a passion of mine, you know. I don't know nothing else I would like to do besides fish, but I even get tired of that. Being a minority, yeah, it's not easy. You know, when I started this business and started to kind of grow it, you know, saying a lot of people are like, oh, well, he won't be in business long, you know, but they just don't know. I had a higher calling. I had a higher calling that was looking over me, and still is looking over GT today. Yes. But you know, I tell people it ain't easy, but you got to have motivation. You got to be able to put things out of your head that people may say. You know, you're gonna have to you take your licks in anything you do in life. You know, and trucking is hard. I'm gonna tell you, trucking is hard. It's hard putting the right group of guys together to do a job, you know, and keep everybody happy. All those different characters, all those different personalities you put up with every day, and just stay humble. In the next 5 years, I see Gregg Trucking having a terminal where we're doing our own maintenance and having at least 100 trucks. Just by being able to run one truck, I'm happy. But just being able to see people not struggle every day, you know what I mean? There is a way in life. Sometimes it ain't always what we want to do, but it's what God gives us, you know? If He give me the knowledge and the will to go out there and drive a truck 80,000 pounds up and down the road safely, getting a paycheck, kids going to school, being fed, got no problem with it.
GT also owns a brokerage company, Best Rate Brokerage, to service its clients. Our motto is, our name says it all. Best Rate Brokerage is an LLC located in the corporate office of Gregg Trucking. BRB is dedicated to each client, providing logistical solutions that create the efficiency our customers demand. Try GT. It's the only way to go.